It was hot and dry. The kind of day that required constant hydration. They were a family of 4. They lived in a rough neighborhood. We saw drug activity on 3 of the 4 corners of their block. Their street was dirt, but it didn't rain much, so other than having a constant dust cloud, it worked. Their lot was surrounded by a concrete block fence with barbed wire all around the top. Their home was a shell of a cab-over camper. All that remained of the camper was the small stove and the shell. It had 1 electric wire running from the street to power the light bulb. We were there to build a new house for them. It would be a 2-room stucco building about 10 feet by 20 feet, more than double what they were currently using. Their new house would be about half the size of the bus we came in. We'd also be plumbing their outside bathroom, which currently drained above ground. We saw the same kind of poverty in southern India, where Hinduism has permeated the culture with a sense of hopelessness. But here, in a Christian community, there was hope and happiness in their poverty. In our culture, this is a comparison we're asked to avoid. But here, it was clearly visible in real time. We'd come to bless this impoverished family. The father was rarely home since he worked long days. Now, our language skills didn't mesh, but our Christian behaviors did. We enjoyed their pet bird as they eagerly showed him to us. They supplied mangoes and with a pepper powder that accented the sweet and sour of the fruit. They'd made it clear that any refusal to accept their gifts of love would be interpreted as a personal affront. We mixed our concrete and stucco by hand on site. The work was hard and hot. But the warm memory of a bond we formed has lasted in my memory since that day. I was struck by the generosity they displayed toward us in their poverty. We slept in tents in a fenced lot in the high deserts of central Mexico. And I don't remember what the trip cost in materials or travel, but I received more than I gave from a family who had nothing. The words of Paul came to mind as we returned to our homes with indoor plumbing, cabinets, living rooms, bedrooms, and refined flooring. You yourselves know that these hands of mine have supplied my own needs and the needs of my companions. In everything I did, I showed you that by this kind of hard work we must help the weak, remembering the words of the Lord Jesus himself. It is more blessed to give than receive. That's Acts chapter 20, verses 34 and 35. Research has demonstrated that the best cure for depression is giving to others. Maybe the research simply affirms the reality of our need to be helpful as we demonstrate the image of God in our own DNA. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.